Are you a servant of Ares? I slew the god of war. Prove it.
Welcome, fellow gamer Potheads, your pal Puttyman here, and this is my official Wonder Woman spoiler-free and spoiler review. Now, the way this works is I do a spoiler-free and a spoiler review. Call it non-spoilers. I'm starting to call it spoiler-free. I think that's a lot more rolls off the tongue anyway. So, first off, I want to go ahead and advise you that I have not seen the movie yet. I'm actually going to see it today, and there's many reasons why, which will be explained in the first part of this video, and then we'll talk to future self once he's seen it, and we'll get to see exactly what it's all about and get your official review. But let me start out explaining it. First off, when it comes to the spoiler-free review, it's basically a general review without giving away plot details or Easter eggs, okay? But then when you get into the spoiler review, well, at this point, all bets are off. There will be details of plot points and possible Easter eggs, okay? So the reason I decided to make this intro to the video is because I had a little bit of concern, and I'm kind of mad about it too. Let me explain. When it came to the DCEU, I've been excited just like the MCU, okay? I wanted this to work. So when I heard Man of Steel was going to start it, I made sure to go see Man of Steel in theaters that weekend, midnight showing. It was okay, but compared to what we had before, it's the only one we had good so far. If you look at RottenTomatoes.com, they actually have a tomato meter from the critics at 55% and audience score of 75%, which means the audience likes it, and I think that's mostly fans or people that aren't hardcore fans that are going to drag it down. But that's not the bad part. As we move on here, we have Batman vs. Superman and Dawn of Justice. This was something we were all excited about, super excited about. And tomato meter was 27%, liked by fans at 63%. They liked it, but are you noticing a trend here? The numbers going lower. So when we move on to the next one in the DCEU, it is Suicide Squad with a tomato meter of 25% and audience of 62%. See, and numbers dropping, okay? So I did not plan to take a day off to actually see the midnight showing of this because I had doubts based on these and based on what I feel. I love those movies in some ways, but compared to MCU, they're just complete shit. Honestly, okay? Complete shit, alright? So then I go ahead and pull up the information for Wonder Woman, and oh my gosh, tomato meter certified best 93%. Are you kidding me? They finally got their act together for the one time I decided not to go to midnight showing. And to make things worse, as by Sunday, and this was, by the way, this was 93% and 99% for the before the movie came out for everyone to see. So this is what the critics were just saying, and everyone was excited to see it. I was too, but I had my doubts because of those other movies. Then I see on Rotten Tomato that on Sunday that 93% of the critics and the audience love this movie. I'm happy that this movie is doing successful. I want it to succeed. I want it to do all that kind of stuff, okay? Here's the thing. I'm going to go see it today, and I'm going to do my official review. This is going to be the intro. It's a long intro, but just explaining my reasons for behind everything.
Athena, guide me.
Behold the god of war.
Oh my god. Okay, first off, thank you, Past Putty Man, for setting all that up. There's a reason why I put that intro video or that divider in there between Wonder Woman and the other character, which if you don't know who that character is, then I will let that to be a surprise. But before we continue, I want to make sure that I explain one more thing, a few things. Again, when I showed you the picture of the spoiler-free review with Gal Gadot in the corner, when you see her picture, that means it's the spoiler-free part. Then you see the comic book version of Wonder Woman, that's the spoiler part of the review. Okay, Now I just want to jump into this shit. Oh my fucking god. Finally, DCU has gotten it right. I don't know who directed this. I didn't pay attention. That's my fault. I should definitely do my research on that. Whoever did, please take over all the DC movies. Take them over. Give us the DCE universe or DCEU that we as fans want. I'm going to make another video about my past when it comes to comic books, but I want to explain one thing. The reason that the MCU does such a great job of their movies is because they bring passion and emotion to the parts. And what I mean by emotion is they emotionally rip you in, whether it be humor, action, emotion, tears. Problem is the DC universe or cinematic universe has been lacking in that department until now. This movie is going to give you emotions beyond anything else. It's gripping. The character of Wonder Woman cares for what she's doing. We don't see that much in comic book movies. I mean, we do see it, but you just don't feel it. When Gal Gadot plays Wonder Woman and you see her eyes water in sadness for something, you feel it. You feel it. And then when she goes into action, you cheer for her. You cheer for her. Okay? My God, that's awesome. That is awesome the way they did that. So, for the spoiler-free side of the review, I'm going to just explain a few things that I feel people should understand about this movie. One, it is the origins of Wonder Woman, and they did a great job on that, by the way. Two, understand that we've been waiting for a Wonder Woman movie for years, and we finally got that. And it's fantastic. By God, it's fantastic. So, A+ to DC for what they've done in making this movie and putting it into the shared universe as well. And you'll understand where it's at. You'll see the references and everything. If you can't, you clearly don't know some other DC characters. But anyway, so all I can say when it comes to the regular review is go see it. It's worth seeing. I don't want to spoil anything, but you're going to feel emotions. And Gal Gadot is the perfect Wonder Woman. Beauty, action, just the way they are. Now, the villain in the movie, he's fantastic too, but I'm going to get into the villain in the spoilers review. So, let's just end the spoiler-free review from here and say, A+, go see this movie, support it, and need your support. Now, here comes the little comic book Wonder Woman. Here is the spoiler review. Okay, first and foremost, if you didn't realize it from the beginning or in the middle of the video when I put the Ares and Wonder Woman fight, that's who the villain is. When I saw who it was at first, of course, like they do in movies, it just didn't look like the Ares I wanted. But no worries, it happens. Wonder Woman, it actually starts off with Wonder Woman's origins of when she becomes Amazonian, okay? And her time on the island where no one's ever noticed it. And I can't think of the name of the character, but it's played by Chris Pine. Chris Pine plays a character that gets stranded or crashes his plane in the ocean that the island is on. And when he crashes, Wonder Woman decides to go and save him, or Diana, Princess Diana. And he's currently in a war with Germany. It's the British-Germany war. So, spare me 1 second, I gotta take a water, sorry. So, when Wonder Woman finds out about this, she believes that her people should help. That Ares is responsible for these wars because he is the god of war. Well, that you do find out he is the god of war, and how it's found out, I'll let you guys learn about that. It's somebody it's actually a big twist, and it's pretty cool. But they're making this chemical that's gas that can destroy like gas mask. And that's pretty bad when a gas can destroy gas mask. You have nothing to stop yourself from getting the gas getting to you at that point. And there's poignant points where they actually put her in war. And this is probably going to be my favorite part, and this is going to be the reason why I put the spoiler in there. There's a part where they finally take her to the front lines of war. And she sees people that were in the middle of the war, kids and women, and people that are injured, and she wants to help. But they've made up a plan to do something, and she feels that she can help by jumping in and stopping the soldiers. Well, you see her eyes well up, and it just breaks your heart. So she finally says, screw this, takes off her robe, wearing the Wonder Woman outfit, grabs her shield, or actually, no, she didn't grab her shield yet. She kept her shield in her back. Didn't even have her sword out. And she went straight into battle, and as they shot, she used her gauntlets to ping off every single one of them. When she realized how much she can do, man, she charged into battle. And when she charged into battle, oh, you were rooting for her. Oh, you were rooting for her. By God, they did a great job in this movie. Ares turned out to be great. How he looks like Ares, you'll find out later, and it's great. Emotion set in. The way they even set it up is she's actually sent a picture of her past that Bruce Wayne sends to her as a present, and it makes her relive that past. So she's been on Earth for a long fucking time. But yeah, there you have it. Wonder Woman is a blockbuster hit. It's fantastic. You need to go out and support this movie. DCU, now Marvel, you have a challenge. Challenge accepted. Let us have a Marvel and DCU universe. And let's let the battle begin. Avengers versus JLA. Or Avengers versus Justice League. Let's do it. Do it. So anyways, thank you all for watching. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. I'll also leave a video on the right hand side for you to click on. Maybe one of our Injustice videos or Wonder Woman, something like that. Put something there. But I want to thank you all for watching. As always, I am Putty Man with Gamer Potheads. And do not forget, we're all about that score. Go see Wonder Woman. It's worth it. It's beautiful. It's awesome. It's fantastic. Love you guys. Talk to y'all later.